Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking all about doom scrolling. So we've all been there where we're on our phones after a long day of work or school, and we're going through the explore page and we stumble upon one reel we like, and then we keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until we are literally stuck scrolling on our phones the entire time. And who knows, maybe you stumbled upon this video while doom scrolling. But if that's the case, then this is your sign from the universe to stop this bad behavior and essentially transform your life to ensure that your phone is working for you. So if you're interested, grab a cute drink, a pencil and a paper, and let's get right into the video. So today I'm actually having a green tea because my throat is a little scratchy. So if you guys hear I don't know, a weird scratchy tone, it's my throat. I'm low-key getting a cold, but that's fine. We fight it, no worries. And we're also having a snack. I don't know if you guys watched my how to motivate yourself on your period video, but I bought these and they are so good. Guys, what is your favorite? Is it dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Personally, for me, I love dark chocolate, but yeah, these are so good. Any kind of nut covered with chocolate is amazing. So I'll be snacking on these throughout the video too. So good. One of the main reasons why we doom scroll is because it's so accessible to just go on our phones, go on Instagram, and start scrolling and seeing what other people are up to. So what I did was I transformed the game and made it more difficult for me to do. And I did this by basically taking all my social media apps and putting them in a folder in another folder. So in order for me to actually go on social media, I need to click on a folder, then click on another folder, and then click on an app to allow me to actually access social media. And let's think about it. As human beings, we want things really quick at our fingertips where you don't really have to go and spend so much time and effort to get something. And this will help so much when it comes to doom scrolling because you won't want to actually go and look for the app itself. Something else I did to actually help my addiction was to replace my apps with things that are actually productive. So I changed the orientation of my homepage on my phone. And basically what I ended up doing was having this really cool app that allows me to have a quote every single day so that I can come into my current self. I also have my calendar app, which I use quite frequently, as well as my alarm app, which helps me, and I use that pretty much every single day. I also downloaded Pinterest, and I put Pinterest there as well just to give myself some motivational quotes and things that actually benefit me. And lastly, I have the app Structured downloaded on my phone. Structured is a really, really great app that helps you plan your day-to-day and allow you to check off items on your checklist. And no, this video is not sponsored by Structured, although it should be because I really use that app a lot. But basically this app allows me to structure out my day. So I start from the morning, the time I wake up, to the time that I actually go to sleep. And it allows me to be accountable to my goals and ensure that I'm meeting all those goals every single day. It's super helpful, and it's one of the apps that I keep very close to me on my homepage. So basically the key here is to rearrange your phone. Rearrange it in a way that benefits you. What are the apps that you use that actually help you for your life? Is it your banking app? Maybe it's apps like Structured or Pinterest, or things that provide you with motivation and to help you actually become your best self. I would even go as far as recommending to put apps that you never use on your homepage. You're just gonna open it and be like, oh, well, it's not accessible for me to find social media right now, so I'm just gonna turn it off. It helps so much to make your phone work for you in this aspect. Another huge tip I have for you guys is to limit your screen time in the mornings and in the evenings. And you're gonna be able to do this by literally finding replacements for the things that you do early in the morning. I know, guys, I'd literally wake up and go to my phone immediately and go and see what I missed out on, etc. But now I've basically just replaced my routines in the morning to replace my phone. So what I allow myself to do in the mornings is just to have some self-love affirmations, or literally the second my alarm goes off, I get up because I know if I'm literally gonna open my phone, I'm gonna go on social media and I'm gonna go look at it. So what I try to do is literally just limit my ability to actually go and do that by replacing it with something that I actually want to do, whether that's self-love affirmations or getting myself ready and going to the gym, or coming downstairs and reading a book, or just doing something in the morning that makes me feel good about my day, that allows me to feel refreshed and recharged and give me that kind of dopamine hit without having to go on social media. I do the same thing when it comes to my night routine. So I start a night routine, as I mentioned, using Structured to let me know when my night should start. And basically what I do is replace my phone with something else, whether that's reading a book or writing my schedule for the next day, or literally doing some meditation, self-love work, journaling, journal prompts, or just hanging out with my pet or my family. Doing things that will actually replace the need of being on social media helps so much. Something else here, guys, that I did was I literally turn off my notifications on my phone after like 9 p.m. The reason I did this is because back in the day, I would always have like the little Instagram notification like pop up on my phone, and I would be like so keen to like go look at it, right? I'm like, oh, what did this person send me? Or like who's trying to chat with me or whatever. Now I'm like, no, past 9 p.m., my notifications are turned off on all social media platforms so that I don't get alerted and thus feel the need to actually go look at my phone, because why should my phone tell me when I should look at it? I should want to look at my phone when I want to look at my phone. And you can do this easily through Instagram. If you go on Instagram and you literally set night mode, basically what you're going to do is set the time that you want notifications to turn off and the time that you want it to start in the morning. So I literally have from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. completely turned off. So I will not get a notification on my phone the time I wake up, because it's only going to start at 7 and I wake up before 7. So it helps me basically prepare myself for a night routine and a morning routine, which is to my benefit. I actually recommend turning notifications off on all your social media platforms, even during the day, because to be honest, the thing about it is when you see that notification pop up, it's going to make you want to look at it, and that's going to feed into your addiction. So personally for me, I just turn everything off. So if I want to go look, I have the power to go tell myself to look. And it helps so much at the beginning to do that until you come to a place where you're actually able to control your emotions and actually look when you want to and not when you feel the urge to. Another huge tip I have for you is to get clear on your life. Okay, guys, when you have goals and you have things to actually work towards, you won't have time to check social media because you're too busy actually living your life instead of living through other people's social media. Yes, you heard that correct. Get clear on your goals. Get clear on the things that you actually want to do for yourself. Use Structured as an app to actually enable yourself to work towards your goals every single day. And you'll see, you quite literally won't even have the time. For me personally, when I post on social media, I try to like bulk post. So like I take pictures during the day and then I post it one time. So that allows me to only check social media maybe a few times during the day. So I can actually get things done. And I have goals that I'm working towards to ensure that I'm motivated to get that stuff done. This is going to help so much. In the event that you are doom scrolling, it's going to help you kind of be like, hey, you know what? Like you have those things to do. And Structured is the only app I actually have notifications turned on for, because it will literally tell me filming starts now, scripting starts now, breakfast starts now, etc. And that helps me so much, because the second I see that, I'm like, oops, I got to get on schedule. I got to go ahead and do the things I need to do. And if you're interested in getting your life together, I will link this video right here to help you kind of get out of a rut and ensure that you have goals that you're working towards. Understand that having goals is so important for your life, because you need to be working towards something. You need to be working every single day, implementing habits and routines and discipline to ensure that you actually become your best self. Guys, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not just going to wake up and become your best self tomorrow. You have to work towards that. It is a disciplined journey of you continuously working towards becoming that, and you can totally do it. Ensure that you have the right resources, the right support groups, and all of that, and I talk about that in this video on how I transformed my life in 6 months. All it takes is 6 months to completely transform your life, and you'll see all of that in this video here. Okay, the next tip is a little bit juicy, and I know some people will disagree with this, but personally this helped me a lot. You need to go on a social media purge, and what I mean by this is literally take every single social media app you have on your phone and ask yourself, like Marie Kondo would, if you need that or you don't. And then what you need to do is delete the ones that you don't use. Look, I don't use Snapchat, but I had Snapchat on my phone and I was like, why is this on here? Like, I don't even use this. I haven't used it in like a million years. Like, it shouldn't be on my phone. And so I deleted it. And now that's one less social media platform for me to worry about. So go on your phone and delete all the apps that you need to remove. Even the ones that, like, I don't know, a pizza app that you never order pizza from. Or it might be the Shein app and the fact that you just don't order on your phone on Shein. Delete the apps that you don't need, because those are extra notifications that are literally going to pop up on your phone to make you want to look at your phone. So let's delete the things that we don't need and free up space so we can take pictures of us living our best lives. And one of the things I did here when it came to my social media purge is I went on Instagram and I looked at every single account that I follow. And then I removed every single person that I did not resonate with or any account that just didn't sit well with me. There's really no need for you to be consuming content that's not for you. So personally for me, I don't go to parties. I'm not a like rave party, I don't know, kind of person. And so all of the social media accounts that I followed back in the day that were party focused, I deleted all of them because I'm like, I don't need this on my phone. I don't follow it anyways. This is not my current lifestyle, and the future version of me would not be following that. This is the same thing when it comes to people. You need to unfollow and unfriend or remove them from your following list too. You don't need people in your life that literally do not benefit you. If you were friends with somebody for like many years ago and y'all don't talk anymore, why are you still following that person? Does their life align with your life? And if it doesn't, delete, unfriend, unfollow, do what you need to do to get yourself out of comparison culture. Because the thing is, the more accounts that you follow that do not benefit you, you are going to compare yourself to everything those people are doing. But understand that your life path is different than that of those people. You're becoming your best self. If those people are partying, spending money, doing things that are completely out of what you want to do, delete them, unfollow them. The same way you wouldn't be friends with them in person, you don't need to be social media friends with them either. And for those of you that want to do this, but it's just a little bit hard to do, no worries, I have a trick for you here. What I would recommend you do is go through your following list and literally mute the stories and posts of every single person that you want to unfollow, but you can't for whatever reason. Literally mute their stories and mute their posts. Eventually, when you get to a point where you can delete them, I would recommend that you do. But for the time being, if it is hard for you, here is an alternative that you can do to allow yourself to still remove that content from your feed. I also want you guys to remember that social media works on an algorithm. So why don't you make that algorithm work for you? When you're on the Explore page, I want you to like every single post that resonates with you, whether that's empowering posts, posts about financial literacy, posts about career development, posts about being your future self, anything that literally resonates with you, I want you to like it and say that you're interested. Hit the interested button on Instagram. And what that's gonna do is feed Instagram more information about what you actually want to see. And therefore, your Explore page eventually with time is gonna transition to the things you actually want to see. I promise you what this is gonna do for the algorithm is show you more quotes, more accounts that are in line with that, and thus change the entire algorithm so you're not staring at Botox all day. And this is what seriously changed the game for me. It was literally just like making my phone work for me. Now on Instagram, I'm fed good content that actually serves me, things I actually want to see, people who I actually care about and want to see their posts on social media, and allow me to just like have things and benefit from my social media accounts now instead of actually using it as a way to torture myself. And this tip helped me so much, guys. Muting accounts that I don't resonate with, removing, unfollowing people, moving my algorithm to actually work for me and allow myself to have a good, safe space to go on social media for. Another tip is a lot of people like to put like limits on their apps and essentially just allow themselves to only be on an app for a certain amount of time. I think this is a great tip. I think if you have trouble with like limiting your time to being on an actual app, you could definitely do that with your phone, where it will actually remove your access to an app after a certain duration of time that you've placed it for. Personally, for me, like I mentioned, when I got really serious about my goals, I got really serious about my life and the things I wanted to do for myself, I naturally just didn't have the time to be checking social media all the time because I was so focused on the things that I was building for myself. And I highly recommend that you do this. You come into your energy, come into the things that you want to do, and ensure that you're prioritizing yourself. The majority of the things you see on social media are just the highlights of a person's time. It doesn't show you the reality of what things actually look like behind the scenes. So instead of comparing yourself to that, let's rework it and make it work for us so we can actually take the benefits from it and ensure that we're not being wrapped up in comparison culture and things that are not right for us and won't lead us to actually becoming our best selves. And lastly, one of the biggest tips is going on a social media cleanse and like disconnect from like, I guess like communication, you can kind of say that, like even texting and like calling and things like that, except for like emergency circumstances, okay? Like you still need to be accessible to like certain amounts of people just to ensure that your safety is like there, okay? Don't delete everything. But basically like a social media detox or a cleanse per se of technology is where you go a few days without being on technology. And this allows you to actually kind of live your best life, to be honest, because you're not focusing on what people are posting, you're not focusing on what people did this weekend or like the things you need to do online. You're actually living in the present moment. And I think that is phenomenal. One of the things I realized about our generation is we don't know how to live in the present moment. We don't know how to actually like live for right now, for ourselves, and to ameliorate our lives and the lives of other people. We've completely lost touch of this. With social media and with technology and the improvement of it, we have to understand that these tools are really great for our development and actually helping us achieve new heights and new levels in our lives. But we also have to ensure that we're using it to that advantage and not allowing it to control our lives. And now it's turned into a situation where we're not benefiting from it anymore. We're allowing it to benefit from us. And that is dangerous. Understand that the more time that you are spending on social media, the more money you are spending, because you're gonna see ads that are gonna incite you to actually buy those products. So now you're spending money that you don't need to. Second, you're gonna invest in comparison culture that's gonna make you spend more money because you're gonna wanna look like certain people. You're gonna don't want to live a certain lifestyle as other people. And that's not good either, unless you are using it to your advantage as inspiration to work harder to become like those people. Another thing that social media or the internet and things do for us that is not good is it wastes your time. You are wasting precious time, which is your highest currency, by being online and scrolling. How does that benefit you? How do listening to memes or sending memes and things like that really benefit you? Yes, for a short period of time, it'll give you a little bit of relief and just allow you to, have a little laugh, have some fun. That's perfectly fine. But understand that you need to have limits with it. If you are on social media for hours on end, it is not going to benefit you. You will never leave a social media scroll feeling better about yourself. You will leave that always feeling devastated, always feeling like you could have spent that time doing something better for yourself. So instead of doing that, let's transform this into something that actually benefits us. Remember, you need to make your phone work for you. Stop working for your phone. All right, that is all for our video today on doom scrolling. I hope that this video benefited you and gave you some tips and tricks, as well as a little pep talk on why doom scrolling actually doesn't benefit you, and to ensure that you're living your absolute best life by making your phone work for you. I believe in you, I know you can do it, and I'll see you next time.